Hi, I'm Gila. In this video, I'm going to take you through a bite-sized Pilates workout that focuses on relieving lower back pain. So let's get started. Lower back pain is something most of us will experience at some point in our lives. And because we've become a more sedentary society, more of us are suffering from lower back pain. This workout will take you through safe, gentle and effective Pilates exercises to help strengthen, mobilise and stretch your lower back. You don't need any special equipment, however it's a good idea to have a mat to lay on so that you are more comfortable. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started then. So we're going to start standing on your mat. Stand up nice and tall, feet to hip width apart. Just bring the shoulders down and away from the ears. And we're just going to start by drawing the chin into the chest. Curling down through the spine, just getting the back moving. Now if your lower back is feeling really delicate and fragile, just soften the knees, take the hands onto your thighs just to give that back a bit of support, and only go as far as you're comfortable. And then we're going to roll back up again. So we take the chin to the chest. We peel the spine down. Knees soft. Hands onto the thighs if you want that added support. If your back feels okay, you can by all means let the hands hang, and you can just roll down through the spine as far as is comfortable, relaxing over the legs at the bottom. Rebuilding the spine as you come back up. So get the pelvis into a neutral position, rolling up through the spine, piece by piece. Don't forget the shoulders, bring the shoulders back and down, head comes up last. Well done. Let's do that once more. Breathe in. Breathe out, chin to chest. Really encourage the back to move, vertebrae by vertebrae, peeling the spine down, working through the whole length of the back. And again, just taking as far as you're comfortable, and then working back up through the spine. So the legs are doing the work, then we come in halfway, the core is now working, the back's working to bring yourself back up to standing. Well done. This time we're going to take it down onto the floor, so chin to chest, rolling down. Let the head relax, work through the back. And this time, at this point, get to your lowest point, bend the knees and bring yourselves into a box position. So in your box position, hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Just tuck the tailbone under, drop the chin to the chest, take it into a cat stretch, so rounding through the back. Then starting with the tailbone, tilt the tailbone in the opposite direction, ripple along through the spine. Allow that spine to hollow, lift the head up, looking up ahead of you, and then start from the tailbone again. Tucking under, rippling along through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, allowing the chin to then come to the chest, and again, ripple along. So really getting that movement through the whole length of the spine, lifting the chest up, tucking under, work through that lower back, get that back moving. When you've been sat for a long period of time, it gets very stiff. Let's do one more each way, so rippling along, and then tucking under again, rippling through the spine. Well done. From here, let's take the tailbone down to the heels. Keep the elbows lifted. This is a lovely stretch for the back here as well. Keep lengthening through the spine. Well done. Then we're going to hover the nose along the floor, bend the arms, give a nice connection through the centre, push back up into your box position. And we're going to repeat this, so we're tucking under, chin to chest, rounding through the back. So lengthening away, lengthening through the spine, really try and lengthen the tailbone down to the floor, hover the nose and push back up into a box position. Tucking under, feel that back loosening all the time as we're working it. Back into your child's pose, keep the elbows lifted, hover the nose and push back up. Last one, tuck under into that cat stretch. take it back into your child's pose. Okay, I want you to stay here, and I want you to take your left hand out to the left side just off your mat, and then bring your right hand on top of it and sit back through the hips. Feel that nice deep stretch through the lower back. You'll probably feel it more on the right side if you're doing the same arms as me. Really sit back through the hips. Well done. Come back to centre. Lengthen through that lower spine again. Okay, we're going to take it to the side. So take your right hand off the mat to the right side. Place your left hand on top. And then sit back. Try and sort of push out through the hip, through the rib cage. And just breathe, relax there. Well done. Come back to centre, back into that child's pose. Try and relax the head down. And then curling back up into your box position. Well done. Come round onto your back. And we're going to take it into a shoulder bridge. So take your feet so they're flat on the floor. Make sure you haven't got anything underneath your head. And your heels can come in quite close to your tailbone. We're going to again work through the mobility of that spine. So we're going to start by scooping the tailbone under, imprinting the spine into the floor. So you're pressing the spine into the mat. Piece by piece, vertebrae by vertebrae, peeling the spine up. And you want to come to this gentle sloping position, knees, hips and shoulders in line. And then you're going to roll back down. Again in order, working through the spine. If there's any really stiff, sticky parts, just try and encourage the movement through that section of your spine, going nice and slowly. Coming back to that base position and repeat. Exhale as you roll up. Now if you want to, you can add in some arms. Don't force it. If both arms go back and they're happy to stay on the floor, that's fine. If it's uncomfortable, bring them back down by your side. But if you are happy with your arms above your head, you get a nice lengthening and tractioning through the back as you lengthen and lower down. Bring the arms down. Let's do that again. So tuck under, imprint the spine. Working through the glutes, the core here and the hamstrings will all help with your relieving the backache. Bringing both arms up and over. Leave them there if you're happy to. Work through the back. Work through those sticky, stiff parts. Really lengthening and lower. Well done. One more. Tucking under. Squeeze through the glutes, hamstrings, up to that sloping position. Bring both arms up. Exhale, lengthen down. Try and keep the knees in line with the hips. Well done. And bringing the arms back down by your side. Well done. Bring the feet and knees together now for me. And just take your arms out to the side slightly. And we're just going to take it into some hip rolls. So just starting to take that lower back into rotation. So just taking the knees, gently taking them both together as if they're glued together over to one side and then the other. So as you go over, I should be able to see the soles of both your feet as you go over. So trying to keep the shoulders fixed onto the floor and just working from the waist, taking the knees over and then the other way. This is nice and gentle for the back again, just working through that lower back into rotation. So just do a couple more. And if you want to, you can even just hold it on one side. Just let the weight of the legs sort of stretch out the back. Come back to centre and then to the other side. Just hold it for a moment. Coming back to centre. Well done. Okay, keeping the feet flat but bring them back to hip width apart. I want you to slide and lengthen one leg away. And as you do so, I want you to think about keeping your spine in what we call a neutral position. So it's not hollowing away from the floor. You're using your core strength to keep it in a nice neutral position, nice safe position to work in. Keeping this neutral spine here, we're going to float the leg back in. Then change. Lengthen the other leg and bring it back in. Being mindful of keeping that back in its neutral position, working, the core working to maintain that lengthening opposite leg out. Alternating And if you want to, you can bring in an opposite hand to foot. Opposite hand to foot. So just doing a little bit of strength work here through the core, which will help supporting with the lower back. Exhaling and inhaling. Let's just do a couple more. And inhale, exhale, and inhale. Well done. Hug one knee into the chest. Now you can hold above the shin or underneath the thigh, and hug the knee into the chest nice and tight. If you're happy to, you can lengthen that opposite leg away, but try and keep that right knee hugging in. Well done. And change. So we're going to hug our left knee into our chest nice and tight. Lengthen the right leg away if you want to, if that's comfortable. If that's too much for your back, keep it bent. And then we're going to bring both legs in, hugging both knees into the chest. Oh, that's lovely. Feel that rounding of the lower back. If you want to lift your head up and curl the whole of your spine round, you can. Hug in nice and tight. Just lower the head. Keep those knees hugged in. Rounding that back. Well done. Come round onto your side and bring yourselves up into a seated position. Okay, we're just going to take it into a spine stretch. So you can have your legs out wide, just comfortably wide. They can be bent or straight. Try and sit up nice and tall. If you struggle sitting up tall with the legs straight, bend them. And you can always place a cushion or block underneath your hips if that's more comfortable for you. And we're going to take it into a spine stretch. So we're going to turn to our right leg and lengthen. Come back to sitting and turn and lengthen. Now if your back's feeling really delicate, you might just want to do the turn, and that's fine. You can just take it into rotation. Your back feels okay, you can do the rotation and lengthen forwards. Sit up tall, rotation and lengthen forwards. So just gently taking it as far as you're comfortable to. Let's do one more and lengthen. Back to centre. Just reach the hands forwards in centre. Again, stretching out through the back. Try and keep the back nice and long. So we're lengthening the chin forwards. We're not hunching. I just turn sideways so you can see. We're not hunching over like this. We're trying to lengthen the back forwards. Nice and long. Well done. And then just come up through a curved spine. Bring yourself sitting comfortably. Couple of shoulder rolls. Bring the shoulders down and away from the ears. Well done. You are all done. Now, please click like and subscribe if you want to. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments below and I will get back to you. This workout is a really good one to do regularly, to do every day to help with relieving your back pain. So come and join me again tomorrow. Come and click on the video. Let's do the workout again together and let's do it every day. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.